Alright, today I'm going to give you guys a detailed look at this quarter scale NECA Iron Man Mark 7 action figure. This is quarter scale, so it's about, well, I'll check the height a little bit. Just want to show you guys the box. The box is very nice. It has a window opening, and it has a couple of items marked on the plastic there to show you guys the features that this thing has, like the light up eyes, the chest, and the hands. So there it is, there's the box. And on the back of the box, you're welcome to pause and read that. And the creative team that worked on this. So let's take a look at the figure itself. Alright, and here we have the figure outside of packaging, and this thing is quite tall actually. Let's see. He stands about, let's see here, he stands about almost 19 inches, 18 and a half inches tall, so quite a tall figure. And here's a good look at him from the front, and this again is Mark 7. And here's a side view of him. Let's hope he doesn't topple over, because he is not too sturdy when you stand him up. And there's the back. And the other side. And there are 4 tabs on this figure you need to pull out. One's on the back of his head, on his back, and then one forearm here and a forearm there. So you got to pull those out and then flip the switch and the guy will light up. Alright, and here's Iron Man all lit up, and you could definitely see the eyes, the very bright chest, and the repulsor blast on his hands here. One over here and one over here. They're using an orange light for this, which is kind of weird. I'm not sure why it's orange. I would imagine this was supposed to be white light as well too, but here he is. Alright, so let's go over articulation real quick. And head is on a ball joint, and then base of the neck there's another ball joint, but unfortunately the way they cut it, you could only do a swivel. And then the shoulders are ball hinge, and then there's a hinge joint around the shoulder pad. And then there's a swivel joint around the bicep area. And then there's a double jointed elbow and a ball jointed wrist. But again, limited articulation as well, just like Hot Toys. And then for the chest, there's a joint there, but I can't really move it, and I don't really want to force it too hard. I don't want this $100 figures to break on me right out of the box. And then there's another joint right there, which I can't move either. And then there's ball hinge hips. And then there's a cut joint around the thigh area, and double jointed knees, and then ball jointed ankles. And these flaps, the front and the back, can move to cover up the leg. So it's pretty cool actually. Let's see, again, this is the quarter scale, and a lot of people are gonna compare this to the Hot Toys Iron Man, and it's hard to compare something like this, since this is $100 and that one is over 2, so it's like comparing apples with oranges. But if you must compare, this is a good alternative if you don't want to shell out over $200 for an Iron Man. So now I'm gonna do a close-up on this guy, because it really tells you whether this thing is, whether you can actually compare this to an Hot Toys Iron Man, because you could clearly see there are some paint defect right on top between the paint bleed from the gold to the red. Clearly see it there. And then the gold's really nice though. But yeah, you could definitely see problems with it. and some bleeding issues. The chest is actually made out of a hard plastic, and so the shoulder pads, I believe, yeah, and some of these other pieces are made out of softer, but since these plastics are so big, you're not gonna notice it. And here you can see there are definitely defects right there, the thigh area. Just here and there you'll notice stuff, but it's a good alternative if you don't want to shell out over 200 bucks for a Hot Toys Iron Man. And here are the back flaps. There are 4 of them, 2 up here and then 2 down here. I'm going to flip them open so you guys can see. And there you go, once you flip them up. There. And here, some defects, of course. These are to be expected from a $100 figure by NECA. The head sculpt on this Iron Man is actually really good. Very accurate to how he looked in the movie, I would say. The shape of it, the shape of that helmet, it's really good, really nice. When you first receive this figure, most likely the shoulder pad's gonna be all the way out here, like so. There are 2 hinges inside. One is where you snap onto the shoulder, and the other it's a hinge underneath the shoulder pad. So you could bring those 2 in, so it doesn't look awkward for shoulder pads to be so far out. So once you bring them back in, he looks perfect now. And he comes with 2 fists, and all you have to do is pop the hand out, that ball joint, and then pop this in. Oh, and I forgot to mention that there's a hinge joint on the foot here. Here's the pose I gave him, and he can't really do a whole lot of dynamic poses because there are quite a few places that are hindered. And but overall, it is a really impressive figure. For 99 bucks, I think this is worth getting. Here around the knees, around this knee, you can see there are paint chip all over. And yeah, so be on the lookout for that. And with this Iron Man, if you plan on having him stand at a neutral pose in at a long period of time, I highly suggest you get a base, because otherwise this thing is going to topple over. Just to be on the safe side. And here's a comparison with Hot Toys Iron Man Mark 7. As you can see, he towers over him. Wow, he's almost Hulk scale. I think Hulk is a little bit shorter than this quarter scale Iron Man, but clearly see the height difference between the two. And you could also clearly see the paint job. You can see the Hot Toys Iron Man. It's Hot Toys. And there's NECA. Hot Toys. NECA. Hot Toys. NECA. So is this worth 100 bucks? Yes, I say it's worth 100 bucks. But don't expect this guy to be perfect, because there are problems with the paint. It's not a museum quality, and I don't expect this to be a museum quality anyway, because you are only paying 100 bucks, and since Hot Toys are over 2 now, so. But overall, it's a great looking figure. It's big. If you have the room for it, I say get it. If you don't, then you might want to think about it, because it will take up a lot of space. I don't plan on getting all the Avengers, because I saw Captain America and he doesn't look good. So Iron Man would probably be the only one I'm gonna pick up. I mean, if they make Hulk, that thing's gonna be huge. I might pick that one up because just the sheer size of that thing would be amazing. But other than that, yeah, this probably will be the only quarter scale Avengers figure I'm gonna get, and who knows where they're gonna produce all of them either, because I don't want to buy two and then have them not produce the rest, and then, well, they said they're gonna produce Thor next, but who knows after that? Never know. They might just stop and then you'll be stuck with 3 figures instead of 6 for the whole team. But yeah, so overall Iron Man worth getting. So there you have it, quarter scale Iron Man by NECA. Thanks for watching.